Hi. How are you? How was your week? A little crazy this week? A little crazy every week? Absolutely. It was very, 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 very cold this week. And on Tuesday, I was walking just to the church, not my usual walk, just to get here so I could be here. Because I can walk here, because you can see the sanctuary is pretty big and I can walk around it. And as I'm walking, I was praying and I was thanking. And I'm like, thank you for the church. Because I knew I had a place that I could go to walk. I knew it would be warm. I knew I could do what I needed to do. And then I thought, because it's the church. The church is important. It's not everything. Don't have to have it. But it's in the Bible, Matthew 16, verse 18. So I tell you, you are Peter, and I will build my church on this rock. The power of death will not be able to defeat my church. Basically, Jesus is saying, Simon Peter, you're going to start this church and you're going to keep it going. Now, at that time, they didn't have buildings for it, but they had space to go and they had time to be together. Hebrews 10, 24 through 25. Let us think about each other and help each other to show love and do good deeds. You should not stay away from church meetings, as some are doing. I am guilty of that. But you should meet together and encourage each other. Do this even more as you see the day coming. Again, getting together, that's what the church is, people together. And Matthew 18:20, this is true. Because if 2 or 3 people come together in my name, I am there with them. What Jesus is talking about is that time together, to be with other people who feel the same way that you do, to help each other and teach each other and hold each other up. The building itself is not always necessary, but I kind of like the building, and I'll tell you why. I got a list. It's a place for me to walk. There's enough space in here that I can walk and do quite a bit. This is where I work, and I've been here working 28 years. And I know this building. I know the nooks and crannies. I even know that there's a time travel room that my husband uses when he's ready to go home. This is a place for the people in the area to be able to go to the thrift store and get clothing and toys and kitchen stuff so that their children have clothes on and they have the stuff that they need without having to spend a lot of money. I have friends here. I have friends at work. I have friends at church. I have friends that come here to drop off things for the thrift store, and I have other friends who bring their children to my preschool. This is a place for children to play and learn and make friends through the preschool, through the Sunday school, just being in the area. I have made so many friends from this place, and I have learned so much. And we all hold each other up. We take care of each other. That's kind of what I think Jesus was saying. Be together. Take care of each other. Yeah. Make sure the camera doesn't fall down. This is important. If this building were to collapse, I would miss it a lot. But I would not stop being in God's family. I would still be here. Might not be right here, might be at somebody's house or a different place. But the building itself is special. It reminds me of what's important. It's a place I can make the videos that shows what I think without me having to say it all the time. We used to go to a couple of different churches, and each one gave us something different. Different people, different things to learn, different ways of learning. This is the one I've been in since before the kids were born. This is the church that held us up when we lost Carl. This is the church that my children were baptized in. This is the place where I have worked for most of my adult life. And the place where Kenny can do so much good. We are so lucky to have this family, this group, and this building. I do have a song about it, so we can listen to it. I gotta hold it. I gotta hold the phone up so I can do this, but I got it. It's called The Building, and it's written by Emily Ann Roberts. I can't help but wonder if these floorboards creaked the same in 42, when my great-grandpa poured his heart and soul into preaching the good news, and these tattered old red hymn books have caught a tear or two, because it's hard to sing just as I am without the Spirit moving you. If those altars at the front could testify, I know they'd say, it never once got old hearing a sinner call his name. I know the stained glass never saved a soul, and those pews are not on the roll that's called up yonder. I know the pulpit's just a wooden stand, but it's felt the power of God's hand as his glory filled the place with awe and wonder. I know it's just a building, plain and simple white, but it's the building where Jesus changed my life. He never claimed to be the biggest, and nobody ever called it cool, but it's where my mama met my daddy at Vacation Bible School. It's been the picture-perfect dream of 1,000 glowing brides. It's heard the weeping as the loved ones laid to rest with sad goodbyes. And I know the stained glass never saved a soul, and those pews are not on the roll that's called up yonder, and I know the pulpit's just a wooden stand, but it's felt the power of God's hand. I know it won't stand here forever, but I'll sure miss it when it's gone, and I'll be forever grateful to call that church my home. This is the place that we came to after we said goodbye to Colleen. And the people of this church stood up and made food like you would not believe for the close to 200 people that came. This is the place that I love, that I call home. And I'm grateful that I have. And this is the place where on Sunday morning I can cry and everybody is good with that. And understanding. Jesus sets these things up. God sets this stuff up so that we can learn what he wants us to learn, feel what he wants us to feel, and do what he wants us to do. And we are lucky to have this building and this group of people. It's real simple. This is the place that I can say, I love you, and know that I'm loved back. So you have a good week. I love you. I miss you a lot, but we'll be together soon. Have a good week.